So Novak, you had so many amazing seasons in your career, and last year, 2023, was certainly one of them. How do you look back on that season?
One of the best I've had. I was saying if I would win a Davis Cup, then probably I would crown it as the best one, but it was close second probably to 2015 or 11, the years where I also won 3 out of 4 slams and won many tournaments. The goals are always very high, but the expectations that at 36 years old I'm able to pull that off. I don't know if I was really expecting to win 3 out of 4 and play another finals, but I certainly always prepare for that and try to aim for that when I set my schedule at the beginning of the season. So yeah, it was an amazing year. Started well in Australia, like most of the years, and of course when you have the wind in your sails, so to say, at the beginning of the season with the Australian Open win, then you'll feel better about your entire year.
So as you looked at 2024, you're 36 years old, going to be 37. That used to be the time when players slowed down and things got more difficult for them. But having had the year you had last year, does that change your view as your outlook into 2024?
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of, divided it a little bit, because there's always a part of me that is the young boy who just adores tennis and knows only about tennis and devoted entire life to tennis, and then that boy still wants to keep going. And then on the other side, I'm a father of 2 children, and I'm away from my family, and every time I travel for longer extended periods of time, it breaks my heart. So I'm always thinking about how long should I play, how many tournaments should I play, is it worth it? I started this year as I normally would start, coming earlier to Australia, and I love playing here, and I've had the best success of my tennis career in Grand Slam level in Australian soil. After that, I don't know. I do normally have always clarity, where I want to go, what are the goals, and I know the goals are always, Grand Slams and Olympics, but other than that, I have no idea what kind of tournaments I will play or not play. I'm still hungry. I still want to, compete. I still can run for hours, thankfully, but it's more of an emotional aspect. It's more of what is the priority? Tennis has been priority for 20 plus years, 30 years, and I don't want to miss out too many moments, with my children.
It all started in Australia in 2008 as far as your major titles. That was your first one. Now you have 24 in your pocket. How has your game evolved since that first major in 2008 to 2024?
When I look at some of the images from the 2008 win, I played with a different racket that, it's a very fast racket, but it's kind of a racket that you play normally, very aggressive style of play, come to the net. So I remember my court positioning, my return positioning was very close to the line at that time, and now I'm kind of mixing it up. Sometimes I'm close, sometimes I go far back. I guess the older I get, the more conscious I am that I need to kind of preserve the energy and be a bit more tactical and strategic on the court in terms of the positioning.
And who do you think would win, 2008 Novak or 2024 Novak?
The 2008 Novak would be hungry like a wolf, that's for sure. Young boy, irritating boy, to me, the 36-year-old. But the experience is on the side of the older guy. It would be a good match. I think the 36-year-old guy wins because of the pressure moments.
You still have, I think, a lot of road in tennis ahead of you, hopefully. But once it's all done, what would you like your legacy in the sport to be?
That's a good question. I would love my legacy to be, firstly, to be remembered as someone that used his platform and his status and his influence as a top player to help improve the sport and the livelihood of the fellow tennis players. That's something that really drives me. That's one of my great wishes. Of course, I would love to be remembered as someone that really devoted all his life to the sport, played the sport with his heart and his guts, that left it all out there, hopefully inspired a lot of young people to grab a racket yeah, and a few more other things.
Congratulations on all of that,
you.
Novak, and thanks
Thank
for
you.
taking the time.
Thank you, Jim.